Good afternoon. I just feel like laughing because I've just pre-recorded, thought I was pre-recording, looked at the recording button and I've not even hit it, so I've just been babbling on to myself and then I'm like, oh no, I've got to go and do it again. I guess that's today's energy because today's feeling a lot lighter than yesterday. And yeah, I don't know, just a lot lighter. And I'll have to start again now. So right, so I entitled this, and I did write it down because I always forget because I've got to title it after. Art chat, and the truth is, and Mandala May, and then there's some bits, and then there's an art, a little art list of essentials you might need for doing something with me to do with journals, but I'm not going to tell you yet. I just want you to collect it. You don't have to because you could watch it when it happens, but it won't be for about 2 weeks because I've got to put it all together to bring to you guys, whoever wants to join in or whatever, and make it up first as a before and after, and then show you. And basically it's not dear, most of it probably is lying around your house because it's going to be recyclable as well, which is good. But I'll talk about, I don't know what to talk about first. I'll leave the and the truth is to the end. Yeah, Mandala Monday. So Mandala Monday, I've had a really productive morning this morning, so I'm quite chirpy with jobs and different things. So I just thought in the space of time, I just got a bit of time, I thought I'd pre-record it because I've got some bits to do in here still, a lot of clearing to do, and I don't have to go on a school run today, so that's good because Finn's going to his nana's. So I thought I'd come on and say, I felt like this deck today, so I'll pull that after if I remember. But what I thought I'd do is, the mandalas that I've been doing, I did a few last night, and I've been messing around with different things, and I thought I had an epiphany. It weren't an epiphany, it was a realisation last night, and I was saying to my fella, oh my god, I've had one of these things again where I think, oh, I think I know what it is. I know what it is to do with my artwork and stuff, and I was like, but I'll leave that for another time. I was like, oh, I get it. Maybe it's not this, maybe it's that. That'll make no sense to you lot, but it makes sense to me. Anyway, so Mandala Monday, I was doing. I just thought, well, why don't I just do it as in, because I'm going to be doing a lot of arty stuff and a lot of art journaling coming up, but and the mandalas can go in that as well. Because it's May, I thought, why not do Mandala May? Mandala May, I always say Mandala May, and we're on May the 4th. May the 4th be with you. Oof, can't wait till July the 4th, I tell you. Anyone gets what I'm saying? But we're on the 4th, so I've missed a few days, but then again I haven't because I've done 7 mandalas. So what I'm thinking of doing is showing you sometimes, still doing a few drawing mandalas to get into that because it'll work into journals as well. And then what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to show you all of them, I'm going to put them in a little video, and by the end of May I'm just going to compile it all in a little video of all the different mandalas. Nice little video, I was thinking, because I tried to do that Love-uary in February, but that's when I got taken down off YouTube for a week, so that never happened. So I'm going to try this one this time. So got that out of the way. Oh, and I'll be showing you the mandalas in a minute. Yeah, I'll show you them as I'm talking about them. So Finn has made me laugh because I just found on the floor his paintings of I think this drawing just cracked me up because I just saw this on the floor because I'm trying to get his things, but he did this a bit ago and it was me, and I just think, is that supposed to be my aura because it's around me I don't know if it looks blue on here, but it's purple. And then he did this rainbow. He's always doing like the rainbow doors, which I like to think are portholes. And then that's the one that he did. And then he did he loves doing rainbows. And then he did this, and this is his actual dog. He has a dog at his dad's called Pablo. He's not put the nose or anything, but he got a black dog called Pablo. And then he did this hand one, and he was showing these kids in the garden the other day over the fence because he was just proud of his paintings. And I like the way he's even got the chakras going in the right colour there, you know, near enough. So that was just him doing his own thing. I didn't even know he'd done them. And then I think the other month or so ago he did this where he was, I can't remember if it was Mother's Day, I don't know, but it was all the happy, and he had happy faces and flowers and stars and diamond rings, and he put for mummy at the bottom and all that sort of going on. So I'm going to keep these and put them into a journal, and that's what I'll be showing you as well. But anyway, put them out of the way. What else was there? No? And the mandala. So I'll just show you that, and then I'll show you the materials we're going to need for up and coming journaling. So yeah, I was in bed and I've done most of these the other night. I'm quite quick, I mean, it doesn't take me long, but I probably have more in May than one a day, but there you go. So I did this one the other day. I think I showed this one. I think I took a picture of it. So let me move my sexy pencil case out of the way. So we've got this one, I'll just quickly go through. We've got this one. We've got this one with the face, and this was just the face and then built out, expanding, like hopefully we all are expanding in experiences in life and stuff that's going on. Then there was this like mad pattern one, which I love because it's like, what is that? And then we've got this one I started colouring in with my Prismacolor pencils. I don't know if you can see because of the gleam. So you can colour them in or not colour them in. And then I did this gorgeous like big open blue one. Tiffany blue, people. Flower power, where's the camera? And then this was the last one I did last night. This just popped up last night, and a bit of energy I was in last night before I went to bed. I did this, and I did start colouring it in the middle. There's blue, so there's this one going on, looks a bit like a dream catcher. So I'm going to keep them in this book, and they'll all be kept in here, just the mandala art, and I'll be showing you them because they'll be used in different art pieces as well, or going back to them. So Mandala May is going to be in here. So I just thought that's a good idea for me, just to pile them all up in there and I'll be able to show you. So that's that. Now, before I get on to the truth is people, things you may need to join in with some art journaling, junk journaling in the next over a week, because I've got to put it together first. But if you want to join in, if you don't, you can watch. But if you want to join in, it's not expensive. You might have to buy a couple of things. You may not have to buy anything because you might have it lying around your house. And if you're anyone with kids, you probably do have. So you're going to need some sort of cardboard. So you could use cereal boxes. You know, my kids' cereal boxes. And all you have to do is pull the bottom out and just flatten them, and then you can store them away flat. I'm storing them in this Morrison's bag, which I'm probably going to use as well because you can use the paper. So I'm putting them in there for now. Or if you haven't got cereal boxes, you could use these like mail envelopes, you know, the what do you call it, sort of box envelope things. These are just as good. So anything like this, so you can't really say I've not got anything. It's like you will have around the house. So you need something like that. You will need papers of any sorts. Where did I just put mine? I have I've just had these out in front of me. Oh my god. I have a lot of printer paper that I get from a cheap shop. This stuff that Finn's just been, you know, drawing on. I'd use it to draw on because you get a big wadge for about £3 from the cheap shop, you know, like that thick. So that's brilliant. If not, but I'll be mixing mine up because I have a few art papers, thicker art papers. You can use what you've got. You can use magazine covers or magazines, but it's best if it's normally the magazines that are a little bit thicker because you get them really thin, flimsy ones. But you can use pictures out of them for collaging, so save them as well. You can use book papers, anything paper, even anything that comes through the door, like flyers. We're going to be using them as well. It's going to be a bit of a challenge. So keep them and just keep them in a bag like that. Flatten the boxes. You know, take the bottom off and just flatten them so they're not big bulky things. What else? You're going to need glue. Either a prick stick and some maybe school glue, you know, like the spready glue stuff. And that's not dear if you had to go out and buy a big tube for £1, like we have the Works and stuff like that, cheap craft places. And sometimes, and they do have them in Morrison's and supermarkets normally, where you go down where the kids stuff is, of pencils and stuff like that. But normally, you know, most of the stuff you probably have lying, oh, necklace come off, lying around your house. So yeah, glue, felt tips, pencil crayons, especially if you've got kids, you can use all that. It doesn't matter if it's cheap stuff or, you know, whatever, kid stuff, it doesn't matter. Pencil crayons, felt tips, a good marker, a good Sharpie marker would be good, just for outlining stuff, and a really good fine liner pen, which I've got coming on the way, different fine liners. But saying that, I do love using this Uniball Eye Fine pencil. I didn't know it was a Mitsubishi pen. And I've just found them in Morrison's again, because when I first came across these, I came across them in Morrison's, and ever since I've absolutely loved them, because I was just testing the pen out on some journals or something, and it's called a Uniball Eye Fine pen. It's a Mitsubishi pencil, apparently. It's waterproof, fade proof, so it's good for writing on stuff. It doesn't fade, and if you put in a bit of watercolours or something like that, and it's not going to smudge. But they're cheap, they're not dead dear. They could be about £2 something, but I just found a 2-pack in Morrison's. Now, I've been looking out for these in Morrison's. I always go down the pen aisle and see what they've got, because I love drawing with black Bic pens. Bic pens, I love Bic pens. Don't like the cheap versions, I just like Bic, but they're cheap as well, really. And they had a pack of 2 for £4, so I thought, right, I'm picking them up, because every time I see these, I'll pick a pack up, because I go through these pens like you wouldn't believe. I had one, thought I lost one, and then I found it again. So I had to order one, thought I'd lost it, and found it again. So I've got 2 now. I've got 4 now, which is good, because I use them to draw my mandalas with, I use them to write with, I use them for a lot. And they're not running out yet. They have this little window here. It's probably why it's called an eye pen, because you can see the ink running out, and you know when the level's low. So, and they're so smooth, probably because I buy Mitsubishi, and it is a bit like a ballpoint pen, but the ink is so free flowing and smooth. You'll know what I mean if you've ever used these, and if you do try one, you'll know what I mean. Proudly made in Japan they were, but they're yeah, Mitsubishi. They're and it's black ink, and it's a 0.7 nib, writes with a clear, precise line, smooth rollerball nib, consistent ink flow. Yeah, they're just if you've got to think about pens, certain pens, these are really lovely to write with and draw with, so check them out. So you need like good pen, like I said, pens, pencil, crayons, whatever, bits of paint. If you've got anything lying about, that will do. But you know, the first bit we'll be doing, we won't need all the paints and stuff straight away. But talking about paints, I got this through the door the other day. I've been looking for a watercolour set to go with my watercolours, which I have been using. I've got a few sets. Metallic. Now these weren't a dear metallic set, they were cheap. And I don't know how thingy the wells go down, because I like how they're not filled up to the top, but they're all right, and I just wanted something to test something, so I got them, and they're by Mom. I don't even know what that says. It says Mozart. I haven't had I've only had a little go with them at the minute, so it's 6 classic metallics, so I'm just loving that, so just thought I'd show you that. Oh yeah, and what you're also going to need with the bits of cardboard, you're going to need some sort of thread or string or elastic or something you can tie something with. So if you've got bits of thread from embroidery, that's what that is. I've got bits of string or even bits of ribbon, something like that, of a cord or a thread, because you're going to be tying something up. Trying to think if that's it. Yeah, basically the basics are going to be the card, as in the cereal boxes or the envelopes, because you're going to be making a journal, some thread, something to cover with it like glue and papers. So oh yeah, so you can collect any papers, magazine bits and that, because we're going to design something on the front of it and have some fun, and then we're going to go into some other bits. So I think they're the basics that you need. If I remember anything else, I'll let you know next time. I just sort of wanted to get that out of the way, so you've got like literally sort of 2 weeks to just collect some stuff. And like I said, the papers can be anything. They can be just collect a few leaflets and things that come through. It doesn't matter what's on them. Papers that you may have like A4 paper that you may have written on and you don't need them, and just notes on it. Could have a shopping list on it, doesn't matter. Just stick them in your box or your bag and just keep them for now. We're going to try and recycle some bits. And then when I do it nearer the time, you'll understand, and if you want, you'll see what I mean then, and you can do what you want. But they're the basic things really that you'll need, and you most likely will have quite a few of them lying around the house. Right, while I shuffle these cards, I'm gonna just do a little chat on, and the truth is, because in these mad times of what's been going on in the world since, forever, but since last year, the truth is guys, the one thing that's kept me going, I'm not taking any cards that jump out at the minute because they haven't been out for a bit. I'm trying to get the energy in and do my shuffling before I want them to jump out. Is art has been my saviour, because you go within, it's meditative, it's kept me calm, it's bringing the inside out onto paper so everyone can see what's going on, and maybe messages that are coming out. And it is art in any form that I do, no matter what I've done, jewellery making, painting, journaling, bag making, whatever I've been doing, that's kept me sane through it, because I've just focused on that, in the spare time that I have. Even if I'm listening to a podcast or whatever, I'm just doodling away, all these ideas are flowing in. And like I said, something happened late last night, and I was talking to Phil, I was like, do you know what, I've just realised something again with my art, and blah blah blah, and he's like, yeah, I feel that way too, and like, it was just this thing, and I'm like, right, I'm going to try and put that together in something, and then I'll see in the sort of near future. But it's not what I'll be talking about on here, because it's not really to do with YouTube. So anyway, you'll probably talk about it another time. But yeah, so the truth is, what's kept me happy and sane is my artwork. And it's really funny as well, because the mandala thing, I remember when I was around about 8 or 9, I used to stay at my nana's a lot, and she only lived down the road, and I was really close to my nana, and I'm just looking for a picture now. And she I remember getting sent this home, we had to do a bit of homework, and this homework, sorry, I'm just trying to look at the picture, this homework, hi nana, this homework was it was on a massive piece of paper. It seemed massive to me. It covered the whole of like my nana's dining table. And it was a mandala. When I think about it now, I thought, what was I doing it for? It was some sort of pattern thing I had to do for art. I remember drawing around this big round thing. I don't know what I'd used. It must have been dinner plates and stuff. And then ones that went off the side. And I remember drawing these flowers in. Thinking, God, I remember doing it then, and I just remember really loving it, but I can't remember what it was for exactly, because it was ages ago. So yeah, that just took me back to being a child again. Oh, there's another picture that I need to show you that I still don't know what's going on with it yet. I finished my mum's picture. I will be seeing her soon, even though it's her birthday tomorrow, because she's coming visiting a friend, so I'll be visiting her and giving her a present a little bit late, because I'm not sending it in the post. These are not jumping out, I'm shuffling them a few times before. The energy's like, woo, because I've not used them. I'll grab it in a minute, I'm just looking at it now. Oh, I think I'll go one more time. So I'll flick so you guys can see. Hopefully. Just gotta... Oh, camera's not on there, is it? So, it's gonna... I'm feeling very goddess-like today, goddess energy, I don't know, I'm just like, yeah, feeling that energy today. Had a lovely bath last night. If you're ever feeling a bit, oh, just have a bath, water's a healer. So, yeah, I'm not taking that yet, because I'm doing one more of these shuffles before I'm going to ask for, a message for us all today to look at or work with or work out. So that Taurian energy. Oh, my sister's at my mum's birthday, so right, so what message. There's a magpie in the garden. I'm like, yeah, magpie. Duality going on out there, yin and yang. And the robin keeps coming in the gardens, two of them, they're beautiful. So yeah, I'm feeling very goddess-like today, very, I don't know, energy. So let's ask the cards, let's ask our higher self what we need to know, what we need to look at, or whatever the message is. There we go, it flipped over. Yes, peace, 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 peace. What peace of mind? The peace that's coming over the land, over the world. Peace in certain areas of like the Middle East and things that are happening. Doesn't look like it is, but are happening. And the peace that is within us is the peace that's going to be without, around us in the world today that we are forming. Tearing that shit up and forming a new way where there's going to be peace all over the world, and that is coming because more peace is coming within people. Doesn't mean you have to get on with everybody, but there's peace coming in, you know, you. And I'm just going to read out of the book, so that's my look at it. Anyway, 23, so let's have a look. 23, peace. Peace. Let me just sit back a little bit and just leave that card there, and then we've got happiness. That was a lovely stone off the lovely Rachel Pixie there. So essential meaning, freedom at the freedom from attachment, radical acceptance. Yeah, freedom. May the 4th be with you, and thinking of July the 4th as well. Just saying. The Oracle's message, it doesn't get any better than this. A quiet mind, a heart fulfilled, freedom from want and the soul's satisfaction. The way to peace is through radical acceptance. Everything in your world is exactly as it should be. Harmony is beautiful, enjoy it. And it is, you know, there's so many people who think so many things going on, and I know it looks chaotic out there, but it isn't. But you're right where you need to be, right at the right time with the people you need to be with around, you know, or where it is that you are. Enjoy it. I enjoy all the little bits that are coming up, you know. It's been, you know, since last year, things have changed for me in different areas, and it's been lovely. And the funny thing is as well, even my fella reading it, it's just bonkers because we've done it all back to front. We've been with each other since that started last year, the beginning of lockdown. But it's mad because we've seen the sides of each other normally you wouldn't see for a little bit, like, because we were thrown together, as in we can't say normal things, but we couldn't go and do the normal dating thing, even though we did date and we haven't been apart since. But it was more of that thrown togetherness, if anyone gets what I'm saying, like in a really weird situation of the world lockdown, and like not seeing friends as much. And I've still not met a lot of, you know, of all these friends properly, and all that weird stuff going on. And now it's like, well, now when all this starts, you know, moving about, which it is slowly, it's going to be even more exciting than it was before, because we haven't done them normal things, like, if anyone understands what I'm saying. So that's been funny. But this is what I say as well, and the truth is, like I said with my art, has helped me a lot, but it's also helped him because I'm the one who got him into art, and he loves doing it now. And then he's inspiring, I said this the other day or the other week, his friends to do art, and because it is very mindful and it's good for states of minds. And you know, there's a lot of people today, as we know, as we look around the world, that are confused and falling instead of rising, and it's all to do with mindset and mental states because of, you know, how the news is and what they put out, and people getting confused, and then people are arguing about, you know, should you be doing this, should you be doing this, should you be wearing a mask, shouldn't you be wearing a mask, should you be doing that, should you be doing that, and there's all this energy going on. So, you know, people have found it hard, but with the art, it's been easier, even though we made it easy because we were going out in nature and stuff like that. The majority think out more in nature than ever, which is a good thing and what people should be doing, connecting. But yeah, like I said, the truth again, the art has done a lot for both of us, and will continue to do a lot for friends that are interested as well, because they're getting into it and realizing that, oh my god, it does take you out of that mind state of, we're not listening to that at the minute, if you get what I'm saying. But and then it says, relationship message. When two people are in true alignment with one another, they have an innate harmony between them. They are as two perfectly tuned in instruments playing together. Sometimes it's impossible to tell who is who. Peace is yours and it is to be savoured. And then a prosperity message. This is one of those times when you're capable of clear vision about your work and how you create your prosperity. And that's something I was thinking about last night. Whatever you're doing, keep doing it. You're called by a presence to step into your power. Just being is enough, for you are in peaceful harmony with spirit, and it shows in your work. And I think, there's a lot of the spirit within me shows within my work. I can see it, and I can see it in other people's work as well, in my artwork. And that doesn't just mean artwork, it means the work you do out wherever, what you're pumping out, what's radiating out of you is your aura, bright. Do you attract people in that sense because they can see your aura and they're like, oh my god. And I did see someone the other day talking about wearing black, and I don't wear a lot, but you can wear black because it sort of eats all that energy up, and you're not giving your vibrancy out, because at the time now there's a lot of people trying to take people's vibrancy and that energy, and that's why sometimes you can stand out like a sore thumb. So you've got to learn how to protect yourself. And they're going on about, I think it was Magenta Pixie as well, going on about black crystals. Well, I've got black crystals, and I have hanging off my bed shungite. I think she was talking about shungite, and I can't remember what this one was, but it's a Merkaba, and this is about taking negative energy away, and it can just eat it up. And there was another one, I think this is tourmaline, is it? I've had this one as well, a little heart, and it's just really like, it's got holes in it, so I might make a necklace out of that and start wearing that as well to protect with all the energies flying about at the minute. So there's all that going on. Protection message. Now is the time for calmness and well-being in spite of temporary conditions, because it is all temporary. Even if there is a dissonate notes in the music of your life, all that means is that you must go within and fine-tune the extraordinary instrument you are, because everybody is. Find harmony within yourself and don't look to the outer world to provide certainty. This too shall pass, and once again your life will be filled with beautiful music. Of course it will. We bring into the world what we manifest, but we know some of the things in the world are just like, you don't need to be feeding into it, but you need to be in harmony and balance in your life to get these things in and to really see clarity in things. That's why if you've got a bit of a messed up mind and you're confused, sometimes you're not going to see right, and you're not going to see things right, and you are going to get confused, and you are going to get things wrong, and you are going to get things that are coming in that aren't actually anything to do with that, because obviously it's all this big like blah 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 blah. So yeah, peace. So I think that's really good. So I'm just feeling another deck at the minute. Yeah, the Rebel deck is looking at me, because we are all rebels. So Sacred Rebels Oracle. Let's see what she wants to tell us. I can't shuffle these as I did the other ones, because these cards are really thick. They're lovely, good quality book. There we go. I think we'll have 3. We had this again. We've had this before. We had it the other week. What you want wants you. Yeah, and it's spiraling up. And then we've got that 16, and then we've got 32 is faith in the process. And she's in the little red kid's buggy there. She's having faith. She's praying. The birds are there, and the red stands for me personally is action. There is a process going on. There's a process going on in the 3D, and it has to be processed the way it's being processed, because it's just the way it has to move forward to get people off their asses and doing things. And we are the ones we've been waiting for, and power back to the people and all that stuff that is happening. and it's just a process we have to go through. We're observing. It's more now to, you know, we've done a lot of, like, everybody's been doing it over time, waking people up. And I had a conversation with someone yesterday who was like, you know, I can't, no one's listening. I said, no, we're past that now. We're observing now. We're observing what's going on, because it's happening whether people like it or not. Maybe it's to do with how long, because you know, depends what's going on within people. But at the end of the day, we're observing, and some of it is fantastic. And that, whatever you want to say, reptilian energy, left-brained, that energy that's been around, that, you know, isn't very loving and all that, that's going. That structure is crumbling. And you get a lot of people talking about the divine feminine. Well, you can tell that's back with abundance. Yes, she is. Not suppressed anymore. As I say that, it starts raining and the heavens open. So, one more, please. There we go. Be the hunter, not the hunted. Well, exactly. That's a bit of a you-know-who message, because the hunters, Mr. B, yeah, a lot of news coming out about that they're trying not to put out. But I do love that, because that is one of the codes of be the hunter, not the hunted, and it has swapped tables now. It's turned tables, and it is the hunters are being hunted now, if anyone gets what I'm saying. But yeah, you be the one that searches for your see the lovely owl with the lovely flower of life on your path. Be the hunter. You're hunting your truth out on your path. It's for you to do, nobody else. And when you're hunting for that, you will find your unique gifts and what you're best at. You know, and so will everybody else out there. So if you have faith in that process, you know, it's going to come in. And what you want wants you as well. But what you want when we're spiraling up is the thing that gives you joy and happiness. It's not spiraling down. You don't want that. You want to be spiraling up all the time, you know, and keep doing it. And what you want wants you. It's going up. It's divine. The divine wants you to be happy. The divine wants you to be abundance. The divine wants you to live in joy. The divine wants you to be the true you, and not just doing things because, like most of us say, it's suiting somebody else. It's making others happy that you're like that because they're like that. And, you know, it's like, no, you need to do what makes you happy. That's why I'm coming with a lot more arty stuff, because that's one of the biggest things that has helped me, has always helped me. It's a divine working. You know, we are creators. It's anything you create. It's a job you create. It's the life you create. It's the family and friends you create around you, the people you choose to be around, the environment you choose to be in. You're creating something every day. You're creating in your mind all the time. The energies that you want to bring in, what energies do you want? Do you want to stay in that energy? Do you want to think about that all the time? Or do you choose to say no, shut the door, and you want this energy more in? You're creating all the time the world and your environment every single day by your thoughts, words and actions, and who you have around you. So it's not just about like someone saying, oh, you have to be arty and you have to be that. It's every day in everyday life as well, even in the mundane, when you're going out to work, who you're speaking to, what you choose to do. Like I said before, you could be at work and you could choose to go out and connect with nature every day on your dinner, and grounding if the weather's good, taking your socks and shoes off and doing that instead of sitting inside your workplace. If you can get to a little it's everything every day, little things, new things you haven't tried before. Maybe you walk to work. Maybe you should take a different path one day, and you might see something that you've not seen before. You might see some beautiful flowers somewhere that you've not seen before. You might come across something you're not seeing something before. There might be an advertisement for something that maybe you've been looking for. I don't know. Maybe you'll start if you're on the bus, maybe you'll start getting off a few stops before and walking and getting that bit of exercise. It's just loads of things, loads of things, so that you could start doing a little bit differently. That's breaking up your old routine of the old way of thinking and so on and so forth. So yeah, I think that's everything I wanted to say. I'm not quite sure, because I've got a few bits to do now, but yeah. So like I said, the truth is, that is one of the things that has helped me a lot, is my art, my doodles, bringing it in every day, no matter what it is, where I'm doing. If it's a little bit in the morning, in the afternoon, or when I go to bed, I'm journaling or doodling my book or doing mandalas or whatever it is that's coming in. That is my meditation. So, oh yeah, I did say, didn't I? So, this picture, I will just transfer over. This picture, there's actually 4, but one of them is for my mum, and one of them I've not finished, so, and I don't have to give it yet, even though it's her birthday tomorrow, so I'm not. Yeah, so there was this one, I'm going to put this out the way now, that I did the other day. It was more like sort of fabric-y wallpaper or something. That's what it reminds me of anyway, and you can have it any way around. There was that one, but that's not the one she was having. Then there was this little doodly one that I did, just in a smaller frame. Don't know if you can see it. And then this was the one. There was a choice between this or the canvas, but I've not finished the canvas yet. And I think it was this one I was giving her, because it was a healing one. This lovely mandala painting that I did the other day. It's beautiful. I love it. I love it. And there's something that I'm going to be doing in this room as well, which is going to be beautiful, but I'll talk about that another time when this comes in with what it's, yeah, what's going to happen with it. So we'll see. Bit of a zhuzh. And then I've got this. So this is not finished. It's got to have other layers and things on it, and something done to it as well, so it'll be totally different. But I think she's having that one. And this one was a mandala with the fish on, with face in it, and it looked like a flower, and it's just one of them sort of like, I don't know, whimsical pictures, but it's not finished yet. And it's got a lot of pastels in it. It's only a little square one, but it's cute, and it had this like flower face in the middle, because that's what I saw, and then there was like these fish at the side, and then a sunflower at the bottom, and it's just this lovely little picture. You know, it's not big, it can fit anywhere, and I thought one of them would go in the kitchen. I think she's having that one. Then I may put this one up, but this is nowhere near finished. It's going to have other stuff added on it and something else, so she's probably going to end up with that one, because this one's going to take a bit of time with finishing it off. Yeah, so I think it's going to be that one, but that's where I'm at with that. That is not finished, so she will be receiving this one. Like I said, and I think she'll love it, and I think it'll look lovely on her kitchen wall, because it has got a bit of yellow in it. I know my mum's got a bit of yellow in her kitchen as well, so I'll be quite happy to give that to her, and hopefully she'll like it, because my mum's taste is a little bit different, but I'm trying to tell her it's a healing picture also, because she's had the jibby jabs. So yes, so I think that's it. It is Tuesday. I don't know when I'll be back on, because like I said, some are going to be pre-recorded and some are not. Next time I'll be live will probably be, what are we on? Don't know, maybe tomorrow, maybe next week, I'm not sure. You know me, it's just like whatever. If I've got something to say, which I probably will have, and there's loads of stuff going on as well, which is amazing. But yeah, I'm just you know, today, I don't know how anyone else is feeling at the beginning of this week, and we're only on Tuesday, but yesterday was a bit, I don't know, I think it was the weather as well. So I had a bath last night, and that was fine. Today seems, the weather's a bit miserable, but it seems very very light today, very like easy to flow in, you know, easy to flow in. It feels like something's coming again, something's coming. Easy to flow in, even though the weather's not nice today. But yeah, I don't know. Quite breathable today. Don't even know if that's the right word. and I'm getting a lot of creative ideas again. So yeah, so like I said, I'm going to go now because I've got a lot to do in here. I've got to work on setting the thing up for the art stuff that we're going to be doing. Like I said, it's probably going to take me a week or 2 weeks to set it up, because I thought, no, I'm going to try and do it properly and put it together so I can show you properly step by step, blah blah blah, and doing all that. And I've got to make something first so I can show you what it is, and if I work in it a little bit, it'll be able to show you, and then obviously it'll be like Blue Peter, you know, before and after. So I've got to do that. And a lot of clearing out still, a lot of clearing out, you know. You get this cleared out, and then you're looking on the outside, you're like, right, so house-wise, I've done a bit before, but I know everybody's been saying this, and I know that's what Lois has been doing as well. And even my sister rang me yesterday, she was like, oh, I'm getting all this stuff out, and blah, 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 blah. And she's like, I went to IKEA, and I said, yeah, I think people are all feeling like that, you know, zhuzh up, a bit of a move about. I move my furniture around quite a lot because I move the energy about. I don't know if anyone else does that, but one time I'm like, right, now I need to shift this in, that there, and the energy's flowing better, and that pops up now and again. And I've tried to do it in here quite a few times, but this is quite excited. Yeah, you need the zhuzhing, a few things moving, a lot of stuff taken out and storing because I want some more space. And I want to put away the things that I don't initially really use at the minute, but I'm not going to throw them out because I know I'll probably go back to them at some point, and you don't want to be buying stuff when you've already got stuff. So really they just need storing, packaging, putting away in the loft or whatever, and that is that. Then if I need them I can get them out. But yeah, so I'm going to go off and do a bit of that. And like I said, the mandalas, I'll show a few on my community page, and it might be like when I come on. I'm going to try and save some and just put them all in one big video for May. I'm not going to post them every day. I'm just going to yeah, put a video together and show you. So it's Mandala May, and it might inspire you to do a mandala every day, and not for May, a mandala every day for May. And they only have to be little, you know. You could draw around a sellotape. You could use the sellotape, draw around that. And you could actually, and I'll try and do some mini ones as well, just for extra. If you had your sheet of paper, A4 paper, you could probably get about, I don't know, could you get 6 or 4 in, or you could just do, you know, 1 a day. You could have 4 or 6, or no, you could probably get 6 on, couldn't you? 6 on the paper and 1 a day. And it could just be before you go to work. You could just do, they don't take that long sometimes. You could just do, you know, get up a little bit early, do 1 a day before you go to work. You could do 1 before bed, and then every day, and then you'll have quite a few because they're not massive, they're just little ones. So you could try that. Just 1 a day before you go off to work. Set yourself up in a good mood if you've got in that calming centre point, and all that sort of good stuff. So yeah, so I'm gonna go. I hope you're all feeling good. I hope you know, if you've been feeling heavier energies going on. Because I think it was a bit like that over the weekend, and the lightening up, you know, that's brilliant. And like I always say, just do what you love and love what you do, and keep raising your vibrations, as the lovely Infinite Waters would say, the lovely Ralph, because it's true. You know, no one feels good when they're in lower frequencies of negativity. Nobody does. You know, like I say, you're allowed to feel, but if you want to stay in that sort of energy all the time, it's not good. It doesn't do you any good, and it only brings you, you know, illnesses and stress and stuff like that, and they're all the things that make you ill anyway. So we don't want to be in that sort of energy. So I'm just looking about, seeing if there's anything else to say. No, but the secret language of light is looking at me, so I'm just gonna we'll just get one. Oh, yeah, we had quite a few last time, didn't we? And then I'm gonna go. I'm going to write some stuff down and get my ideas onto paper so I don't forget, and start putting my thing together. Otherwise I will. Oh, there we go. Okay, and this is one of the best things out there for everybody, is nourish. You need to be nourishing at this time. You've got to look at that North Star there. Nourish yourself. Gaia's nourishing herself. There's a bit of green energy going right across here. I don't know if you can see it, but it is nourish time. It's about nourishing. At the minute, it's about nourishing your mind, body, and spirit. It's a triad. It's a trinity. It's all that, you know. Mind, body, and spirit, I call it, is getting healthy here, mindset, body and spirit, you know, bringing the spirit in. The mind's very important to be healthy up there, and body, and we're all trying to do that in different ways, you know, and bringing things in that are helping us. That's why I got the you know, rollerblades, roller boots, things that help us in all them realms. It's not just spiritual, it's physical as well, getting everything into balance. And that takes time. It's not a thing that just goes, oh yeah, I'm fine, you know. My states of mind are quite together, but still working on it. But there's other little bits. But I think, you know, once we're all in that triad, that whatever, mind, body and spirit, it's going to be brilliant, you know. And people, it's like we're coming in more. I don't know why this has just come in yet. It's like the sides of a triangle. You've got this side, and that side. Mind, body and spirit coming together, and centre point at the top, connected to source, because all them you have to be functioning all, you know what I mean. You're going to get more a more powerful inner power connecting them all together, and that's why it's very important with the, you know, that's going on, that they're trying to disconnect people from HP source. Do you know what I'm saying? So Bert's doing all right over here, actually. I think, was it Bert? I can't remember if I called this Bert. I don't know why I'm looking at this. Need watering. I'm going to get them out. Need watering. Bert. See, it's got a little face in it. Bert, and this has just come in now. I don't know why. This is Ethel. Bert and Ethel. Bert and Ethel need a bit of a drink here. There's other cactuses, but yes, they do need a bit of a drink. So we're going to go now, Bert and Ethel. And hey, Bert. Hey, Bert. Hey, Ethel. I'm in one of them moods. Oh my god. Right, I'm going. I'm in one of them daft moods. See you later.